Did you know there is more efficient and faster way how to make calculations in Python? With NumPy, Python numerical library, there will be no problem with big data anymore. As I said, NumPy provides many built-in functions that will help you operate over your data faster and more easier than with classic Python libraries. That's the main reason why NumPy is generally used. Let's begin. I prepared a text file named company.txt where every line is a small company in a bigger one and every number represents one person, how many products he or she made in 1 month. In this one project you will learn NumPy as well as other useful things from Python. So let's begin. I will load this data and I will operate over them. But first of all, I need to import NumPy as np. If you haven't installed NumPy yet, just write pip install NumPy into your terminal. Now I will define file handling function where I will load one line after another and I need to transform it into 2D NumPy array of integers. So I will, with opening that company.txt file in a read mode, its file will, for every line in that file, I will read these values. We have stored that line into variable line and I need to transform that into a suitable format. So first of all, I will strip the leading and beginning spaces if there are some, and then I will split the values by the delimiter comma. So it is done like this: line, strip the leading and beginning spaces and split it by delimiter comma. Easy as that. Now in values is a list of strings. Split it by delimiter comma. So I need to make it integers. So I will do it by list comprehension. So int value for value in values. Yeah. Python is one big fairy tale, just write the story. And everything is done somewhere. And now I have these lists. I need to put it into one 2D list and then transform this 2D list into a 2D NumPy array of integers. So I will make a local object list, local variable, so how I will call it lines. And into these lines, now I will lines append int values. And now I have 2D list and I will transform it into a 2D NumPy array. In data science, data analysis and similar jobs, this table with rows and columns where our data stored is called data frame, so I will call it the same name, and I will make NumPy array and also NumPy array from that inner lists for every row. That is that inner list for row in lines. Also, I need to write data type is project. I just figured it out while programming this project. It is casually used technique in programmers, but don't do that, because if you program some more complex stuff, it will do some bugs, and you definitely do not need bugs in your program. So without this data type object, it doesn't work. And I will finally return that data frame. Now I will define main function where I will store that returned value from this function, and I will print it out. And lastly, I will call the main. As you can see, there is NumPy array of NumPy arrays of integer. If you don't believe me, I will, for row, I will show you that there are integers in that inner NumPy array. For row in the frame, for e in row, print type of the e. And as you can see, there are NumPy integers. Next step in our project is to create an operation class that will have some useful methods that can help us to display the data, do some operations, and plot our data. I'll create a new file, name it operation class.py, also import numpy as np, create that class, we'll call it int array, and in this class, first thing you need to do in a class is define initialization. In there I will make self like that object. You know, the class is like the blueprint for the object. It is like you have a car, but there is no brand, there is no number of windows, and you just create the new car from that blueprint. For example, Audi and 2 windows. You just put it the parameters there, and you create it the instance, the object from that class. Find the init method, and there I will write int array. Now I will check if it is instance, if this int array is instance NumPy, if that int array is NumPy array with, it doesn't matter with how many dimensions, or if that int array data type, like if it's not that NumPy array, or if that data type of that elements in that array is not int, I will erase value error with the message input must be a NumPy array of integers. Okay. There is, and also I need to initialize that NumPy, that int array, so the NumPy array, so the object of int array is that int array. Yeah, got it? Like that object int array is that int array. Now I will define method display itself there, and it will just print out the object. The next useful thing, company don't wanna count salary one by one for each employee. It needs function for that will easily also display that. So I will define method salary, which will take that object itself, and also for every product they will make, for example, $7. So I need that shape from that array. Then we'll create another NumPy array with that shape with 7s in every element, and I will multiply those two arrays. That's the another useful NumPy function. Let me get the shape of that array. It's that object and its shape. It is that. Now I will create that another NumPy array, but no NumPy array, just NumPy array full of 7s. It is NumPy.full. It needs two parameters, shape, as you can see, shape and fill value. There are other non-mandatory parameters. So I will put there the shape that is stored into this variable, that is integer, and also I need to put 7s there. I think it should work. I need integers, so it should work like this. And now I will create the result, another NumPy array. I just multiply the number of products that is stored in that object itself, and I will multiply it by the money per product, or let me call it money per product. And now I will print out f-string. F-string is very useful thing in Python. You just write f before the string, and you can write your string, and there you just make these brackets, and you can put there any variable you want. So let me show you in the normal example. So people made these many products, and this is their salaries, and I will put there this NumPy array salaries. Yeah, and that's all for now. I need to test this out. We'll create that object that will call first branch, and it will be, now I need to import that int, how did I call that, int array from, oh, I don't know, from operation class. Oh, it's wrong syntax. From operation class import int array, like this. And now I will create that object which will be called first branch int array, and it will be data frame first line, and I will showcase first range. I will use the method display, and also no display right now. Also first branch dot salary. Now when I run this program, you can see that there is the method display. It displayed the first NumPy array, and also it writes that people made this many products and their salaries will be this much dollars. So this is not very readable as for the company. You need to showcase it better. You need to plot this data. There is another important Python library. It is called matplotlib. So I will import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. There are three not similar, but they are usually used together libraries in Python. It is pandas. I will start with NumPy. NumPy is for operations, matplotlib is for plotting the data, and pandas is for operating with the data frame. Easy as that. Now I will define another method that will display the data itself, the data of the object more readably. So how can I do it? I need to use the matplotlib like this, plot the data, and there need to be axes. So first one is x. There will be like the indexes of NumPy array, and the second one is that values from that NumPy array which with number of made products. So also I will do marker for better readability, but I need to define what is x. X will be NumPy range. It's same like a range, like iterator in normal Python, but in NumPy it is called range, and it will that range which is called a range there will be in the length of our NumPy array with products. I think you got it. Now let me test that out. So I will also write this grid. It will create the lines. It will connect the points with the labels, and also I need to show that. So if I now run this, like first branch dot, how do I call that? Show data. It should work. Yeah, but you don't know what the fuck is that, and what is this axis, and just you don't know what's that mean. Here you don't know if it's exactly in the one, if it's this is the index one, or is it slightly to the right. So we need to fix this. So let me delete this all and fix that. So I will make title of that frame. So I will call it productivity of employees. Now I will name the labels X and Y. The first one will be X label. I will call it, let's just think that this is the rank, this is the first, this is the main boss in the company, and this is the new employee. So I will call it like rank of employee. employee, and let me call also the y label, y-axis, and it will be how many products they made. How many products they made in that 1 month. And also, as you could see there, that indexes haven't like stick with the points on the graph, so you can fix it like x that sticks and make the lines with the points, and you need to put that array with that indexes, so in order that Python know what to match with what. So now it should be more readable. I just save that and let's see. Let's see, now you have this indexes correctly matched with the points, with the markers, and also now you know what does this graph mean. Is this productivity of employee? This is their indexes and how many products they made. Now it is much easier for the company to read than just here in terminal. Nobody will read data from terminal, but this project is not about that. It is about learning you NumPy. Now, when we have done the operation class, we will code some more functions in the main.py. So I will make some spaces, and the first will count the which company made the maximum of products and also the minimum of products. We will divide it into three functions. Why three? Because you don't want to write the same code again and again, and we will make the main part of the code in that function, and then we will use that first function in both in max and minimum. So let's code the function which will count the productivity of company. There will be order, like which line of this file, and also we need to put data frame because we do not want to load this data again, so we just will use order as line in data frame, and we need to put there the data frame which will operate over. So there is a function called sum. It will sum up the values and print the result, but I will show you just how to do it. We found it, then I will add that function. So we will just initialize the variable, then for element in data frame and which line, you just num-products, you will add num-products plus that element, and then you just return the number of products. That's all. But when you use NumPy, you don't need to write this. You just one line return NumPy.sum, because it is a method from NumPy, and you write data frame and which line should sum up. That's all. I have a mistake somewhere, yeah. There's missing the end. Okay, now when we can sum up the values, we can write the max and min productivity. So let me start. First of all, again, define max productivity with t and put there the data frame. Max productivity we need which company, which branch made most products and how many of them they made. So we'll define some variables, e, y. It will with the index on the company. Also best company will be, there is no zero company, so the first one and number of products. We just define this local variable because this is also a local variable, and we will assign this value from this function to this variable. Number of products right now is 0, and we will do double nested for loop. So for e in range, length of data frame, I will, for each line in that, for e in and each line I will let's call it this differently. I will call it number of products, and for each line in the data frame I will sum up the values and return it from this function to this variable. So productivity of company, and y will be the order, and I need to put data frame there. And now we have this result. And if that result is this is our current best company, if that result with zero products, yeah. So after first iteration of this, we will have still the same best company, but with number of products. And later, if the result is higher than number of products, we will assign that result into number of products, and also best company will be the company with that number of products. Now just we will print it out through f-string also, because company is the name which is stored in the best company. No, it is the number of the company. Company with this number of products. Products made. Okay. Now we will define the mean, productivity, the data frame. Also define these variables. Y, the order is from 0, best company, yeah, not best, but the worst company is the first one, and number of products is now not 0, because we need to like lower, and any company made lower than 0, so it will be the number of the first company. So we will again use this function. You see, you don't have to write this code like already 3 times. So number of productivity and the first company, and also we need to put data frame there. And now it's almost the same. So for e in range, the length of number of lines in data frame, we'll put the result is equal to, again, the same function, order, data frame, and if result is now lower or equal, we will assign the result into variable number of products, and the worst company is that worst company. Like the order plus 1, because we started from We started from 0. And now we will just print the same line. The worst company is that no, it's not the one. Yeah, it is the worst company. The order of that company with this number of, let me put this products made. Okay, I'll scroll this. Now we can test it out. So how do I test this? I just call max productivity and put data frame as a parameter, and now new productivity also data. Yes, okay, it should work. Yeah, now we, first of all, there is the plot. We close this out, and here the best company is the second with this many products, and the worst company is the fourth with 344 products made. Now the big boss needs from us how many, what is the mean products per persona. So we will define another function, underscore products, also put their data frame because it needs the data from the data frame. It's not global variable, don't do global variables. And we will iterate through the nested for loops. Range, length, data frame. Now, no, like this. Or now the big boss doesn't need only the total mean, but the mean of every company. There is another useful function in NumPy for that. You just write for every line in that data frame, as you can see. You just write average like this. You use NumPy, that mean for that line, and also you will print out every line on average one employee from this company produced that many products. And but the second task is that the big boss need the total mean, and this function doesn't work in 2D NumPy arrays. So you need to create your own function. You won't have built-in functions for everything, and you need to think like a programmer and make your own algorithms. Someone has to make also this mean function. So we will iterate over the whole data frame. We will count the number of products and we will divide it by the number of people easily. So there is like, you can iterate over the data frame like this for element in NumPy, and there is number of dimensions, like the shortcut for that. It doesn't matter how many dimensions does it have. So I will write there the name of the data frame, yeah, and it will just, I don't know, print every element. This is how you can iterate over the data frame, 2D data frame, but we don't not do it like this. No, well, we don't wanna do it like this. We will define the sum, and also with the sum, this is number of products, and num elements. Yeah, I won't call it like this, like sum products is equal to 0, number of employees is also equal to 0. Now we'll iterate 2 times for row in data frame. I will for employee in row, we will just number of employees. For every employee we will add one employee. And then the second one for row in data frame, we will use like row sum products as row sum. We will use the NumPy function mentioned before, sum. We will sum up the values of that elements in that row, and for every row we will edit it to the total sum of the products. This, and now we will count the total mean, like some of the products divided by, here is a casual division, and there is a like we found the floating points. I think so. The sum of the product, the number of employees, and we will print this out. Like I will just do like this. Print this out. The total mean of entire monopoly is total mean is this per employee. So it's done, and we'll test it out. Like, how did I call that? Mean products. I will mean product, put the data frame. Now just run the program. Now I'll close this out. Now just run the program. So it started from the beginning. It plotted the graph, and now there is error. Where is there an error? Where index is out of index. Yeah, I see why there is an error, because for a row in data frame, in this row, it is that one row, but we don't need that row, we need the index of that rows. So we will do range length of that data frame. Now everything should work just fine, and it's working. Like you see, there is in zero company. We don't need zero company, so where do we write this? So we write 5 plus 1. Now it's better. Now in first company they made one employee made in average this many products. As you can see, this data science analysis, everything like that, you need more data, because the second company made the most products, but the average isn't the highest. It's like the second worst, as you can see. So these people are more productive than this one, but this one, yeah. So you need more data to do some, like, change something or help this company to make more products. And it's all from today's tutorial. Everything will be in the bio, and a link to the GitHub code. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below, and I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and see you next time. Peace.